going to be Halloween, but do we really need to have bat wings? No. And this girl's gonna be 60 this year. And yeah, then Thanksgiving's right around the corner and bye-bye, turkey neck. And gentlemen, do you really need to have those boobs? That's not a good look. In this video, I'm gonna give you 12 amazing exercises that I have been working on as an ACE certified personal trainer to help you have the physique that you've always wanted. Now, do remember, friends, I am Casey Ann Reynolds, and I develop videos to help you maximize your health, wealth, and happiness. But do remember that you also need to be practicing good health. So watch that video, The Best Diet, because to build muscle, you have to have good fuel. All right, so think of your body as a car as it's getting older. If you are like me and you're driving around not one, but two Toyota RAVs, my son drives the other one, that are, 100,000 plus miles, we need to take care of those babies. They need to have pampering. Pamper your body with some good fuel. Watch that video, The Best Diet, to get lean. Yeah, I told you I'm gonna be 60 this year and prepping for a bikini competition, fall of 2026. Follow my journey in my shorts. And also hit subscribe, like, notify, put comments below what exercises you would like to see me explore in the next videos. Yes, my cat Yuki in those pictures passed recently at the very tender age of 8. It was a very sad event, but I did get to adopt these adorable, wonderful, mischievous kittens, Nanny and Bee. Oh, love them. And thank you, friends. Appreciate you so much. So as we're doing the best diet, yes, we also want to be making sure that we're getting the best sleep, because our muscles grow when? At night. So what we're basically doing when we're doing resistance training is that we're tearing down the microfibers slightly of our muscles. Because if we don't, by the time we're 70, we have lost 40% of our muscle mass, and surprise, it's replaced by fat. I know that's surprising to y'all, right? And also we notice that our posture gets worse and we start to have disability. A sad fact is that by the time we're 65, something like 60% of people will have at least one major chronic health issue. And by 70, only 10%. That's why this whole video series is to be in the 10% club. Will have had no serious health issues and have no disability. Alrighty, so we want to be in that club, and we can be in that club. Already, we gotta have the diet, we have to have that 3-legged stool, we have to have the diet, we gotta have the sleep, and we also need to have the proper exercise. So we're talking 4 days a week of resistance training. I'm gonna be working out with my trainer, Bill. You can follow along in my videos. I'm so excited as I'm getting ready for bikini prep. So as we're doing it, we're gonna go over today, which is our arm day, all right? So we're working on our biceps, our triceps, and our shoulders too. So we're working on our arms. Why? Well, ladies, the answer is obvious. Who the hell is looking at your booty all day long? Nobody, because mine be covered all the time. Okay. Yeah, we're just not as young and cute as we used to be. But you know what? These shoulders and that chest are always showing. I'm gonna give you an example. Just go, pause the video, walk by a mirror, and just take a quick peek at yourself and go, most of you are walking around like this. Yeah, and you know how much older that makes you look? I'd say you can take 20, 30 years off of your age by just going, boop, holding those shoulders back. But we also have to build that muscle to be able to do that. And here's a cute little fact that you don't need a facelift, of which I have not had any. I do natural skincare. You can watch my videos on that one, because when you lift weights 1 hour a week 1 hour of your life, practice that self-love, friends, practice that self-love. You are also building, guess what? You're using your neck, you're using your face, and we're building muscle and we're building bone, because as we age, that droopy, saggy, turkey neck and such like that, I do have a little veiny neck, bodybuilder neck, yeah, I'll take it, is caused by bone loss and muscle loss, okay? Bone loss, muscle loss cannot be replaced by fillers and Botox. That's why you see the way aging celebrities look. You need to spend an hour at the gym on your upper body. And also men, we know that dreaded boob look. Oh, it's horrible if you're a man and have to wear a bra. It just does not look good. No, it doesn't look good, but you can, through progressive overload, following my techniques, you are going to be able to get rid of those moobs. Gotta do it at the gym once a week for an hour. Alrighty friends, so we're gonna go through each of my 12 videos. I just went through them and shot them today. Alrighty, today is arm day. I'm going to Gold's Gym, and you're always going to want to start with stretching. So you want to do dynamic stretches first instead of static stretches. So you need to grab a pipe, or if your gym doesn't have a pipe, you can use a resistance band and stretch those shoulders. I do have a lot of shoulder mobility, but you need to keep working on that. And also you're going to stretch your shoulders out between sets. So you see that's a shoulder stretch. I'm using my elbow. I also do those between sets. And then I'm going to stretch out those elbows also. You want to stay well stretched the whole time. Alrighty, we're going to start with an easy curl bar. And I'm going to use a narrow grip. And you're going to aim to do 4 sets of 12. Okay, on the straight bar pull down, you want to make sure that you're using a weight that you can do all the sets and reps, and that we're focusing on that downward movement where we're moving with gravity. That's called the negative movement. Make sure that's on your alternating bicep curls. You want to make sure that you're choosing a weight that you can comfortably do all the sets and reps. For me, that's 10 pound, but do practice progressive overload so that we are increasing our weight over time, say about a 3-week period. Moving on, we're going to be doing a straight barbell wide grip bicep curls. So thinking about the eccentric movement as we're working with gravity. So we're going to be counting that 1, 2, 3. Slow and steady builds the best muscle. I'm going to be using an assisted machine to do my dips. This is very helpful so that you have proper form. Also practice progressive overload and use less weight. You're going to grab a bench, kneel on the bench, and you're going to be doing your bent over rows. Again, make sure that you're using a weight that you can get all of your sets and reps done, but that a weight is challenging, and practice progressive overload, either increasing your reps or increasing weight. Next is the rope pull downs. Want to make sure that your feet are in a B stance, that you're pulling the rope all the way down, getting that eccentric movement in. That should be a 1, 2, 3 on each. Next up is the one arm pull down. So go ahead and take your weight to about half the weight that you had been using for both arms, and continuing to use progressive overloads. We're going to increase that weight or reps over time. Hey, moving on to the French press, otherwise known as skull crushers. Noticing my form on this video, your arms should be a lot straighter as you come up. So that's just me learning and working with a personal trainer. Arm day should always end with some concentration curls. It's so satisfying to see that bicep bulk. I really need you to watch. It's super important that you absolutely must boost your testosterone. This is super important for men and women, so you absolutely have to watch that video so that you get rid of the boobs if you're a guy. But also as your woman, it's super important because it's anti-aging. Testosterone is an anti-aging. I noticed my skin, once I started boosting my testosterone, looks so pretty. It's hard to believe I'm gonna be 60. Peace, love, and joy.